Hello everybody, welcome to Modi's English class. Today I am starting a poem. What's the name of the poem? Name of the poem is The Inkscape Rock. It is CHEC syllabus first year poem written by Robert Southey. He is one of the most romantic poets of English literature and also awarded poet laureate, and this poem highlights the notorious Inkscape Rock, and through that poem the poet wants to tell a story regarding the evil doing of a person named Sir Ralph. Sir Ralph is an evil person, wicked person of bad character. He wants to damage to the people, bring damage to the humanity. And here the poem, the title of the poem is The Inkscape Rock. We are going to read about this rock, and this rock is really dangerous. Why? Because this is situated near Scotland coast of the Scotland Yard, and near it is also placed near the mouth of the River Tay, Scotland. Okay. And it is dangerous. This rock is dangerous because during high tide, this is completely hidden by the waves, unknown to the ships and mariners, and they face the danger. So here we start the poem, and in the first unit, it has 3 units. In the first unit, we are getting the viewpoint of the rock, how is it dangerous, and about the other aspects. So let us start the first stanza. Here on my right side, this is the first stanza. I am reading it. No star in the air, no star in the sea. The ship was still as she could be. Her sails from heaven received no motion. Her keel was steady in the ocean. Without either sign or sound of the shock, the waves flowed over the Inkscape Rock. So little they rose, so little they fell, they did not move the Inkscape bell. The abbot of Aberbrothock had placed that bell on the Inkscape Rock. On a buoy in the storm it floated and swung, and over the waves its warning rung. When the rock was hid by the soft swell, the mariners heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock and blessed the abbot of Aberbrothock. So here we are getting the story of Abbot of Aberbrothock, who is a monk, who is a saint. He had placed that bell in order to save the lives of mariners and other people. Why? When the ship was moving, the rock was invisible. It creates danger. At what time it creates danger? When the tidal waves are there. When the tidal waves are present on the sea. And when did that tidal waves present? All of you know, during full moon time or during the waning of the moon. And here the first stanza, each stanza contains 4 lines. Let me start the first stanza. No star in the air, no star in the sea. What do you mean by star? Star means movement. Star means movement. All of you look. No star in the air, no star in the sea. So the movement of the sea directly depending on the movement of the air. That means the atmosphere is quite calm, and here there is no movement in the air and no movement on the sea. Second line, the ship was still as she could be. So still means what? S-T-I-L-L. S-T-I-L-L. Still means what? Calm. Still means what? Calm. No movement. So here the ship was still as she could be. So the ship was moving very smoothly. There was no motion. There was no great changes because the air was silent and the sea was silent and the ship was moving smoothly, quietly or calmly. Here the second line, the ship was still. Still means here calm. No great movement, as she could be. Her sails from, yes, there is a word coming, sails. You can ask me, what do you mean by sails? Let me explain it. So, S-A-I-Ls. Sails means here, normally on the ships, there is a cotton attached to a iron pole, and that cotton is keeping the wind or accepting the wind for the movement of the ship. So, here receiving the wind of the sky. So, what is the meaning? Her sails. Her means that is the ship, that is feminine gender. Her sails from heaven received no motion. I have already told you, it's very quite calm atmosphere. Nothing is moving. Air is silent. Sea is silent. So, the sails are not receiving any motion from the sky or from the wind. As a result, her sails from heaven received no motion. Her keel, you know, the basement, the lower part of the ship, or the basement. Her keel means, all of you look at it, what is the meaning of keel? Keel means, you know, the base or the lower part of the ship, that is the keel. Her keel was steady in the ocean. So, the first stanza highlights that the atmosphere is quite calm. There is no great changes in the movement of the ship. The ship was moving smoothly because the air was silent and the sea was silent. Everything was normal. There was no sign of storm. Everything was normal. Now, we are moving to the second stanza. Without either sign or sound of their shock. S-H-O-C-K. Shock means what? Shock means sad news. Sign of sad news. Here there is no shock. When you get shock, electric shock example. When you are just pushing a plug, then what you find? Suppose you get an electric shock. Definitely you are alarmed. But here there is no sign or sound of the shock because the atmosphere is quite calm. Nothing to worry. Everything is quite calm. Atmosphere is fantastic. The waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. Look at the line. So, Inchcape Rock is there. Where is Inchcape Rock available? Inchcape Rock is available in the mouth of the River Tay, that is situated in the east coast of Scotland. The waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. Look, suppose here I am making one picture. All of you look at the picture I am making. Suppose this is the rock. Okay. And here the waves are there. All of you look. These waves are flowing over the rock. Because the air was smooth, this is flowing over the rock. Now let me explain this line here. Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. So little they rose. Rose. The past tense of rise is rose. So this is the line. So little they. They means here the waves. So here the poet is using personification. Means as if the waves are behaving like human beings, the poet has personified the waves. That's why he has used they for the waves. So little they rose, so little they fell, they did not move the Inchcape bell. And here there is a bell. hanging on a buoy. B-U-O-Y. So this is a floating object. On that floating object, there was a bell. Look a line, here it is. Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. So little they rose, so little they fell. Means the waves are rising, but it is little waves, very slow waves. They did not move the Inchcape bell. Example, you look. Suppose the bell is hanging on a buoy. What is buoy? That is the floating object. When the bell will ring only at that moment when the waves are higher, when the stormy situation coming. But here in the second stanza, the Inchcape bell is not ringing. Why? Because the waves are lower, and the waves are lower means the power of the waves cannot move the bell. Now we are moving to the third stanza. Look a line. So this is the third stanza. The abbot. What is the meaning of abbot? Abbot means, all of you look, that is the monk. The abbot of Abrabhathak. So that is the name of that monk. The abbot of Abrabhathak had placed that bell on the Inchcape rock. What is the name of this rock? What is the title of the poem? The Inchcape rock. So there was a bell attached to the Inchcape rock. Who had placed that bell? So the abbot of Abrabhathak, or the monk of Abrabhathak. Here it is. Had placed that bell on the Inchcape rock on a buoy. Buoy means, again I am telling, that is the floating object. What is the meaning? That is the floating object. That is the floating object. So on the sea, there was a floating object. To that object, the bell was attached. This is the line. On a buoy, in the storm, it floated and swung. When there was a stormy situation, definitely the bell was moving. The bell was moving. Why? Because the powerful waves are there. And these powerful waves making the bell to move, creating the sound. That means during the stormy situation, there was warning. There was warning signals going to the mariners. This is the line. On a buoy in the storm, it floated and swung, and over the waves, its warning rang, wrong. So the warning was there. How the warning was there? Because when the waves are strong, these waves are able to create the sound. And where does the sound come from? That sound comes from the Inchcape bell. Inchcape bell. Look at line. And over the waves, its warning wrong. When the rock, now here up to the third stanza, all of you look how the sound was created when there was a storm situation. Now I am moving to the last stanza of Unit 1. Last stanza of Unit 1. This is the line. The mariners heard the warning bell. This is the first line. When the rock was hid by the surge swell. What is the meaning of surge swell? Look at line. Surge. Surge swell means tidal waves. Tidal waves. Look at the first line. When the rock was hid. Hide means covered. H-I-D. Hide means covered. When the rock was hid by the surge swell. Swell means here rising of waves. Rising of waves. When the rock was hid by the surge swell, the mariners heard the warning bell. So the mariners were able to hear the sound. Next one. And then they knew the perilous rock. What is the meaning of perilous? Perilous means dangerous. Perilous means dangerous. This is the line. The mariners heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock, that is dangerous, and blessed the abbot of Abrabhathak. So definitely here all of them blessing the abbot of Abrabhathak because he had kept that bell on the Inchcape rock. Because of that bell, lot of people were saved. Lot of mariners' life were saved. Look at the line again. When the rock was hid means covered by the surge swell. What is the meaning of surge swell? When the waves are higher, tidal waves are higher, definitely that is covering the top of the rock. Covering the top of the rock. That is danger. Why? When that rock is covered with tidal waves, the ships can come and strike. But here, the bell, the warning bell, the Inchcape bell, saving the life of the mariners and the people. This is the line. The mariners heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock. They know about this perilous rock and blessed the abbot of Abrarvatak. They are blessing because their lives were saved. So due to the bell, Inchcape bell, their lives. So the first stanza and the first unit highlights about the Inchcape rock and how that Inchcape rock is dangerous during the tidal waves, during the stormy situation, and during that time it is very much sure that ships can come and strike with the rock. Ships can come and strike with the rock, but it was not happening. Why? Because of the Inchcape bell. Who has put that Inchcape bell? Abbot of Aberbrothock. So unit 1 highlights the good work of Abbot of Aberbrothock and the lives of mariners saved because of that bell. So thanks a lot for watching this. In my next class, I am going to teach you unit 2 of the poem The Inchcape Rock. Thanks a lot. Thank you.